My question is like a person, like, he comes to America as a traveler, and then he goes to San Francisco, but like, he is here in New York for some visit or something.
Right.
So because he entered in America, or like, his son or daughter is working in San Francisco, can he get his passport renewed here in New York?
Yes, certainly. We don't distinguish between the point of entry. Any Indian passport holder, if he requires his passport to be renewed, we would be renewing it here. Or for that matter, anybody entering from any port of entry can go to any other Indian consulate in the country and get the services.
And also a green card holder whose address is in San Francisco, but he is here in New York. So can he also get his passport renewed, because his physical address is basically in San Francisco or West Coast?
That is not a problem at all. In fact, we maintain regular interaction between all the consulates, so all these services are centralized these days. The effort of Government of India has been to provide a very smooth experience to Indian nationals. All these facilities are provided smoothly and seamlessly.
This helps the largest Indian diaspora. So I'm sure there'll be a lot of waiting times and all. That's what people have an assumption. So they approach the agents, like, in case if you want your passport to be renewed. I mean, like, there's a long wait time or something, so let's go through an agent and pay him some extra and get our things done. So what do you think about it? Like, is that the right thing?
No, that is not the right thing. In fact, recently, a month back, we organized a press conference to address this particular issue. We spoke to Indian community leaders, we spoke to Indian community organizations in different parts of the country to alert them that they can directly reach out to us for all these services. In fact, visa, these days, 90% of the visa are electronic visa. So last year, if we look at the statistics, about 90% of the people from this country travel to India with an electronic visa. So you don't have to come to Indian consulate or embassy to get a visa, or even to VFS. You can simply apply online and get an electronic visa. The standard time taken to give an electronic visa is 24 to 48 hours. So within 2 days you are getting visa. So there is no point of asking any support from an agent. And people who for some reason don't apply for electronic visa, they apply through us, and we have been issuing visa maximum within 7 days through VFS. And like I said, on emergency services, people come here on Saturdays, Sundays, or on a national holiday, they get visa within 30 minutes. So that is the visa services.
Okay.
So I would say similar has been the experience of passport renewal, similar has been the experience of OCI certificate, renunciation certificate, issuing a power of attorney. So all these services are now smoothly and seamlessly provided here. You can see the Google review of the consulate. You will find how people from different parts of the country are availing these services and expressing their satisfaction about the services here. So there is no reason why somebody should go to an agent and pay a disproportionately higher amount of money and be misguided. We have also come across situations where some agents have used fake documentation to complete formalities, and the people who have availed services, they faced trouble later on because these things get caught at some point of time. So I would strongly advise and urge the people not to use the services of agents by paying disproportionately high amount of money, and take their assurances, they should take the assurances with a pinch of salt.
Main question a lot of people wanted me to ask was, there's an emergency,
Right.
so sometime like midnight our time, 4 or 5, and they have to fly to India immediately. So what is the procedure? Like few people think that online you have to go, it's a very long procedure, will there somebody to help? So in case a person has an emergency in the midnight, what should they do immediately to get the visa? Or
we have an emergency telephone line which is attended 24/7. In fact, you can make a trial. You can make a call, and you would see that somebody is actually attending the telephone call 24/7. So for emergency, we like I said, on normal days we are available, but on weekend, national holidays, we are open from 2 to 4 to attend to those services. By and large, our experience has been that it has been catering to all the requirements. If somebody faces a situation like that, you mentioned that somebody gets a call early morning and has to travel within few hours. I'm sure if somebody makes a call, we'll find a way to support them.
So the same day they can fly to India.
Yes, yes.
And also, can we get that number, the emergency phone number?
So that's in our site, it's there in our social media. It's
Sure.
very widely used. In fact, we receive about 500. That is another aspect I would like to say, that the consulates across the country and particularly the consulate here has been very interactive, both digitally and through telephone. So we have AI enabled chatbot called Ask Bharati, and we receive about 500 to 600 queries. It's very interactive, and people raise queries, they get responses, and people are finding it quite useful. People use our Pramith app, which has also been helpful to them. Many people are downloading the Indian Consulate app, and they are getting services through that. And of course, the telephone number, both our number, the VFS number, and the emergency number, which is a separate one, they are regularly being used. So I would say the effort has been by the consulate and the government of India is to provide a different experience, an experience to both the American friends and to the Indian diaspora. That here the consulate is there at their service. We are a service organization. We want to provide them that smoothness in the service.
Yeah.